Hello everyone, this is chapter 7. I want to do some exercise problem with you. I'm looking at number 15 in back of your chapter 7 book. It's this one that I'm looking for. It says consider the following C++ and it declares string 1, string 2 and char an index with this thing. And it reads in string 1, string 2 and index with it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this on paper. I'm going to use the kind of like a little paint things for us to follow along here. And what I like for you to do, it's like a trace table. It's like very much like it is a trace table with it. So let me put this side by side that we can actually have something that we can actually compare on here. So the first thing is that I'm going to have, you have 3 allocations of the memory with this thing. So I'm just going to write here string 1, next column over is string 2, this is string, this is char, and this one is index. Okay? And of course that's lowercase, sorry. And remember this? Okay? So the first thing what we need to do is, if you look at this instructions, it says read in string 1, string 2, and index with this thing. And it says what if the input is hello there, alright, 2, hello there 2. So what actually takes place when you actually have hello there and a number 2, alright, cin, hello, goes here. That's your first string, right? So you will have hello, and then your next string would be what? There, that goes here. However, when you come over here, you look at it's a space 2, your CH is a char, right? On the top, your CH is a char. It can't read that, so it's going to come over and read the 2 as the index here. You with me? Now, next line down it says, I want you to actually take a look at this, and I want you to take the index. What's the index? What's the value in the index right now? 2 of string 1, set that equal to char. So looking at this, here's my index, is number 2. I plug that in string 1, index 2, string 1, index 2. Alright, this is the index. So you come over here, you start counting with what? This is very important. Start counting with 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Index 2 is this L right here. Okay? So it says I want you to take this L in here and assign it to equal to what? Char. So inside of this one, after this line's been executed, the L goes into there. Okay? The next line. Remember now, do this from the right to the left so you can actually see what's going on here. So it takes the index for string 2. What's the index for string 2 again? Which is string 2. Okay? So you start counting with 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Right? Index for string 2, 0, 1, 2 is this letter E right here. This letter E right here. Alright. E now it tells you to do what? Equal to string index. What your index is 2. So come on over here and you look at your number 2, which is what? Your L. Again, that's your L. Okay? So what do they want you to do? You're going to set that equal to the index. Now this is not an exchange for E equal to L. No. It's the position that's being swapped across. Alright? You gotta be careful with that. So you're going to take the inside of this thing. You're going to take the inside of this thing and swap them. Okay? So you take the inside of that, you're going to swap the E for the L. Goes here, and the L goes over here. Okay, so that's in place of that. So it's going to say H-E-E-L-O, and the other one's going to say T-H-L-R-E. And then the last statement it tells you over here is to, what do you want to do with it? I want you to take the CH, which is what? The L, which is this L right here, and replace it with a string 2 index, which is this E right here, right? So that's what that line is. Lastly, you want to output this thing. So when you output this thing, it's going to say what? It's going to say, we're going to write over here so I have a little bit more room. The output is going to say H-E-E-L-O space T-H-L-R-E. Okay, that's the first one. Then they ask you, what is the input if you did diamond gold? Again, let me draw a line over here. Diamond. And this one is gold. And the index comes over as the 0. Okay? Same thing, again, what do? When you actually take, when you read that in, stores in, takes the char, the index is 0. What's the 0? What 0 of what? 0 of the diamond. Okay, that's the first string, which is this right here. This starts out counting as 0, right? So string 1 index is, so this is going to be, let me write on here, so this becomes string access string 1 element 0. I want you to set that equal to char. So what's in here right now? The 0. So that's your D, right? And D now is assigned to that, so that goes here. Now, you come down here, and this next one, it tells you to take that index as a 0 of string 2. This is 0, 1, 2, 3, right? So they want you to take this first index, take this first one right here, this is that, and swap this right here, put it into, take that D that you have, right? Take that G that you have, you're going to actually replace it with this D, okay? And then, so it says GIA diamond instead of a diamond with a D, it's with a G. Now, the other piece about this is that you have the CH is equal to, what's your CH? Here's your CH. Is equal to string 2 index with this thing. So it basically swaps this out to a D. So when you output this one, it's going to say GIA diamond space dole. Okay? So I'll let you do, if you pick up the pattern, if you haven't noticed the pattern yet with it, of course, is what you have C++, and then you have the third part is Java, and this is a 1, right? So what does this do? It counts 0, 1, 2, 0, 1, 2, 3, and you're going to actually take this and swap it. So it swaps what? What are you swapping basically is what? Basically swapping is the second position on this one right here, right? And you're swapping this position right here. So this and this are now basically swapped. So it becomes what? C A with a plus and then space and then Java as a plus V A. Okay? So that's what I'm talking about. Okay, cool. Hi, this is chapter 7, number 16. Let me talk about a little bit about number 16 here as we look into this a little further. If you could see, number 16 is pretty straightforward. It's nothing different with it as well. You have string 1, string 2 is your two strings with it. You're going to read in string 1, string 2 if it prompts you to, if you input programming 1, programming and project. Programming will be string 1 and project is string 2. So first you compare the two strings, correct? And compare the two strings with it. And you use the ASCII table. Remember the ASCII Appendix C? So it starts out with what's uppercase P. Everything, if you look at, should be the same all the way up to O. Compares P to P, R to R, O to O, and then after the O here on this one it's comparing to if it's equal to, if you look at G and J. Okay, so look at that table and it'll figure out which is what and what not with it. Alright, and then it will tell you do the string is greater than or equal to greater than 2, and then okay, so you figure out what structure comes across. This is just a simple, things that you can actually figure out with it. So if you did this right the first time, okay, this should come out as what? Programming is less than, string 2 is less than string 3. Okay, and the second one is if you put summer and trip, summer is going to be less than trip with it again. The third one, if you input winter and cold in here, if you did that, it should come across as string 1 is greater than string 2. Okay, so that's what that's about with it. So really simple. I don't want to take too much time on this one because it's just a structure. You're able to use the ASCII value. That's all it's doing. It's just a simple with that one. I wanted us to spend time with number 17 and 18 with it as well. Okay, so that's that for number 16.